Day 3 of our study on spiritual gifts. Today we're going to look at the actual gifts. Again, in your document, if you would please open it to page 5, and that would be this page, the page that starts gifts in the New Testament. There are 4 words, Greek words, that are used for gift in the New Testament. The first, and the one that we're primarily interested in, is charismata. The word is composed of 2 parts and means etymologically the result of grace. This is what happens when God sheds his grace on us. He gives us gifts. The word dorea here and doron, 2 and 3, they usually signify a gift, usually a gift in the temple. It's something that we give to God. And then the word doma, which is just the verb for give put in a noun form. So gift. Now, there are many more gifts in the New Testament than just the spiritual gifts. What we're going to look at here, primarily in this course, is the charisma, supernatural ability to perform ministry. If you remember from day 1, this is the way God gives us Christ's ministry. But it can also refer to the gift of salvation. It can also refer to a gift of celibacy or a gift of matrimony. A wife, a husband, is God's gift to an individual. Dorea can refer to Jesus himself, God's gift to mankind. The Holy Spirit is God's gift to us. A specific ministry, like Paul's, is a gift from God. Leaders in the church can be God's gifts. And then there are other 3 passages where it's a little bit ambiguous. We're going to take a look at these spiritual gifts that are listed in 4 passages. Romans 12 lists 7: prophecy, serving, teaching, exhortation, giving, leading, and showing mercy. Ephesians 4 lists 5 gifts: apostle, prophet, evangelist, pastors, and teachers. And 1 Corinthians chapter 12, the end of the chapter kind of has something very similar there. Apostles, you see there the use of apostles in both, prophets, teachers here, and then another 5 miracles, gifts of healing, helping, guidance, and tongues. And then in 1 Corinthians 12, 8 to 10, we have the word of wisdom, the word of knowledge, faith, gifts of healing, miraculous powers similar to the miracles here, gifts of prophecy, distinguishing between spirits, speaking in tongues similar to the gift of tongues here, and the interpretation of tongues. At this point, many courses that I've seen will take this list and they'll mix everything together. They'll say, aha, look, we have prophecy here and here and here and here. But these are different things. I believe that these are different things. The reason I believe that, if you'll go on to page 6, although the list speaks of similar things, God's supernatural empowering, they occur in very different contexts. The list in Romans 12 occurs in a context of an exhortation to spiritual behavior and maturity. The list in Ephesians 4 occurs in the context of teaching about the unity of the Spirit. And the list in 1 Corinthians 12 occurs in the context of a reprimand about the misuse of gifts. the variety of uses and contexts, and the difference in the lists themselves seems to imply to me that these are different kinds of gifts. Why divide the gifts? I believe they're different kinds of gifts that Paul is talking about. Secondly, in only one passage, it's Romans 12, does the word gift actually occur. The word gift occurs in the larger context, but not as a title of each one. Instead, in Romans 12:4, the title is function. In in Ephesians chapter 4, the title is ministry. And in 1 Corinthians 12, the title is manifestation. In addition, each individual list has its own peculiarities. Romans 12, prophecy, serving, teaching, exhortation, giving, leading, and showing mercy. You'll notice the ing in each one except for 2, prophecy and exhortation. These are action words. In Ephesians 4, these are people, apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors, and teachers. And the first 3 in 1 Corinthians 12, at the end of the chapter, are also individuals. 1 Corinthians 12, word of wisdom, word of knowledge, faith, gifts of healing, miraculous powers, prophecy, distinguishing between spirits, speaking in tongues, and interpretation of tongues, are mostly nouns, abstract nouns that refer to things. Each list appears to speak about different things. 1 Corinthians 12, from 4 to 6, as an introduction to the passage, Paul's teaching on gifts from 1 Corinthians 12 to 14. Paul talks about different kind of gifts, different kind of service, and different kind of manifestations, workings. Could it be that he's talking about these 3 gifts? Gifts or functions, service or ministry, working or manifestation. It just seems to me that it's best to keep these lists distinct as we look at them. I think they serve different purposes and they describe different realities in our own spiritual life, different ways that gifts are given by God to the church in general. Tomorrow in day 4, we're going to take a look at the first of those lists, the list in Romans chapter 12. That'll happen in day 4. Today, just take a look back through these pages, page 5 and 6. Look up the passages that we didn't take time to read. See if there's anything there that we missed. Get to know these passages. Tomorrow, in day 4, we will talk about the gifts that are described as functions. See you on day 4.